What's up, everyone? This is Minister Crush here, and I want to welcome you to my 365-day challenge. The thing I want to talk about today, and the thing that I've been doing a lot of research in and studying on, is the Garden of Eden, and what happened and what transpired in the Garden of Eden, and when Adam and Eve fell because of the deception of the serpent, deception of Satan. But what I've learned is that Eve was the one that was deceived. Adam was not deceived. Eve was deceived by the serpent. Eve was the one that the serpent targeted because the serpent Satan knew that I could not target Adam because Adam probably would not have failed if I target Adam. Because Adam had connection with God. He was talking with God. He communed with God. So the serpent understood that if I can get to who Adam loved and cared about first, then I can use that person to corrupt him. That's why the serpent targeted Adam. But because Adam was Eve's covering, Adam is the covering over Eve. And because Adam stepped out of his place and no longer was the covering out of Eve, she was tempted and deceived. And the word shows that it said, and she ate the fruit and gave to her husband who was there with her. We got to understand, Adam was not off in the cut. He was not somewhere else. He was there witnessing the whole thing. But because he did not be her covering, because he stepped out of his place and allowed her to cover herself, she fell. And then he, out of love for her, allowed her to corrupt him as well. What if Adam did not fall? What if Adam wasn't corrupted? What if Adam didn't eat the fruit? The thing I know about God is God can do anything. Even in this situation, I believe if Adam had not fallen, because sin came upon the fall of Adam, not Eve. If Adam had not fallen, even though Eve ate the fruit, I believe God still had redemption in the situation. Because when Christ came, the Bible refers to Christ as the second Adam. He was the second Adam. So redemption could have been there in the whole situation, but Adam stepped out of his order. He stepped out from who he was. You got God at the top, you got Adam, and then you had Eve. Adam was like, nah. Too often, we step out of our place and allow ourselves to fall. What I want you to understand was the Garden of Eden was not the first record of sin. The first sin did not take place in the garden. The first sin took place in heaven. The first sin took place, and it was done by Lucifer himself. Lucifer himself. You have Lucifer was created as the most brilliant, the shining star. The morning star. He was the most brilliant looking angel. And he was designed just for God's worship. For example, he was the head of the choir, is what we'll say. He was designed to give God worship. He was radiant. He was brilliant. He got to a point where he saw himself and saw how beautiful he was, and decided that, why am I worshiping God when they could be worshiping me? Pride took place. And let me tell you how bad this one was for him, because he experienced and tasted God for himself. He was there and witnessed and experienced everything that God had to offer and chose to walk away. That's the definition of apostasy. That is the one unforgivable sin. He walked away from God in pride and all that because he wanted God's glory. He wanted to be worshiped. He wanted to be God. And Michael, who was created as the warring angel, the warring archangel, fought that battle for us and casted him out of heaven. And because of that sin, because of what Satan did, because of what Lucifer did, all these years, ever since he was cast out, he's trying to find more followers to be cast out as well. That's his whole purpose and goal, because he knows he can't take God out. He knows he cannot defeat God. He can't win against God. So he takes us down. So that we can share in the misery that he's going to experience for eternity. Hell was not designed or made for us. It was made for Satan, for Lucifer and those fallen angels. But unfortunately, because we choose not to follow God, not we, but because some people will choose not to follow God, they're going to experience hell for eternity. And it wasn't made for you. Christ, the gift of Christ is an all-welcoming gift. Christ desired all to be saved, all to come to him. All will not come to him, though. Some will spend eternity in hell. Another thing that we have to realize, because Lucifer was the angel of worship. He was created to worship God. Most beautiful sounding angel. I'm talking about instrumentally, musically inclined. Hence the reason why music is so powerful and is one of the biggest tools the devil uses. Music is so powerful that it has the ability to change your mood and attitude. A song that you listen to can change how you feel inside. And because it changes how you feel inside, it can actually change how you think and act in the moment. I remember when I was younger and I played sports in high school. Before a game, we played music that would amp us up, that would hype us up to get in the mode of going out there on the field and playing hard. And it started with the music. It set the tone. You can get, that's why when you go to church, you have praise and worship. Some churches have music in their devotion. At the beginning, they sing songs. Some churches will have during the service, a praise and worship where they sing songs to get you in the mode of worship. Because music has that much power in it to get you to get you positioned and postured to worship and receive the word of God. Now the worship and reading the word. Worship, you got worship and everything. Worship and reading the word. You got worship and the proclamation of the word. Praise and worship and song. I mean, worship it's such a pivotal thing. And because Lucifer, because he fell as the angel created for worship, he fell from heaven, took a third of the angels with him. Who was created to replace that third of worship? We were. We were created to worship God. And the devil knows that if I can get you, because I couldn't do it up there, but I can do it down here. I don't need you to worship him. I don't want you to worship God. I want you to worship me through music. It's all a part of a plan. We have a choice to choose which plan we want to be a part of. It's all a design. Nothing happens by chance or accidents. It's all a design. And are we playing a role in the design for God's plan? Or are we playing a role in the design for Lucifer's plan? Are we buying in to God's plan? Or are we buying into Lucifer's plan? A reason why I say this and I do this is because there are so many people that are on a path destined to hell. And it's not a place that was made for us. Some of us know we have friends, family members, people that we care about that are on that path. I saw an image yesterday, and it was similar to a sermon that I preached, and it had a wide and broad path full of people, and they're all going down this way, and it said, "I believe in God." And then it had another path that was small and narrow and it was windy, and only you saw a few people just walking, and it says, "I obey God." And I think people think that they're good because they believe in God. They believe God exists, and they think that's enough. I believe God exists, yeah, and that's enough. No. Because Satan, Lucifer, and his devils believe God exists. Not even believe, they know God exists. You need to, it's why it's important for you to transfer from the belief of God to the obedience and obeying of God. Go from the belief of God, to the following of God. You believe in God. You know he has a will and a plan. Let's get in his will and his plan. Let's follow it. Follow it. Be a believer and a follower of God. Those are two different things. two different things. See, you can be a believer, not a follower, but you can't be a follower and not a believer. Belief is the first step. That is the first step. Following is the ongoing step, the eternal step, the step that does not end. I hope this blesses someone. I hope that this gives you some insight and some light on what these two different paths, these two different forces at play are. And I hope it guides you to choose which side you want to be a part of. I'm Minister Crush. Until next time, take care. Peace.